Alright guys, this is the quick video on how to upload a photograph into Adobe and then how to edit it. So what you should have done is taken a photograph of your pie piece. You should have emailed that to yourself. You should have been on your email in the MacBook. So if you come down to like Firefox or Chrome, you go here, you would go to gmail.com, you would put that in, you would log into your email with like your full email address, your password, then download your photograph, which means that your photograph should be somewhere. If you come down to Finder, your photograph should be, if you go to downloads, somewhere in here. Now, this is my download. If you have a download that has a .heic, if that's the file name, you're gonna click it open, and you're gonna go to, it should be under preview. Hopefully you can see this little at the menu bar. There's an apple, and this is preview. You're going to click File. You're going to go down to Export down here, and you're going to make sure that you can change the name if you want to. You can make it like your name, so you can find it later. But you're going to take the quality, make the format JPEG. So if you have like a PNG or something, make it a JPEG. Make sure the quality is all the way at the highest, and then hit Save. And now in your downloads, you should have that JPEG version. You can see it's a JPEG, the kind is JPEG, that's important. And now the next step is to come to Adobe, make sure you're in Adobe, and go to File, New, or click New File. This should always be your name, and it can be a test, because you're not going to probably keep this. 8.5 by 10 is fine, 8.5 by 11. Anyway, this time you can, like, just in case we want to print it. You're going to hit Create. And what's going to happen here is you can do two things. You can either, if you still have this popped up, you can just take your file and see if you have that green button, you can just drag it over. You can do that. And it's going to be super big, because remember, we made it like the high quality. You can also do if you like already put this away, you can do File, come down to Place. You would go down to Downloads, because that's where you saved it. You would find it in Downloads, select it, you would hit Place. I'm going to hit Cancel, because mine's already on there. And then once you have this is now a two-handed process. You have to have two hands on your keyboard from here on out. You're going to hold down Shift, go to the corner of your image, and then so you get the double arrow, drag that down so you keep the same size, and don't let go of Shift until after you let go of your mouse. So you let go of your mouse first, then you let go of Shift. Now it should fit fully in your page. And now I'm going to move my Adobe over a little bit so I can get the whole screen in view. I'm going to zoom in so I can see it better. And and also if your image looks different than mine, come up here to this little switch workplace. Make sure you're always in Essentials Classic. That should give you a screen that looks just like mine. And if you have this, if you click off of it and then click onto it, over here, if you scroll all the way down, you get a little shortcut under the image for image trace. You also get something on the right-hand side in the panels. So click either version of image trace, and you want to do black and white logo. I'm going to click on that, and then give it a second. And now what you get is just a really nice line drawing of your piece. It's important to find if there's like any big gaps in your lines where your shapes are not closed off. You'd want to, like right here, my shape's not closed off. I would want it like right here. I'd want to probably stop and go back. Fix that before I go any further, because if you can't you won't be able to fill in a color, and you'll see why. So I've done image trace. Now over here, I'm going to hit expand. If you can't see it, scroll all the way down to your panels, but it should be at the bottom of your right-hand side. Hit expand. And now everything's selected. Everything's now a vector in Adobe, and now you can also change the colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom out a little bit by taking my two fingers on the mouse, and zooming out a little bit and moving this around. What I'm going to do now, because it's all selected, right? It's all highlighted in blue. That means you can see over here the black arrow has it selected. I'm going to hit K on my keyboard, the letter K. And now it looks like this. Now like the selection changes a little bit, and I have this little paint bucket. I'm going to come over here to my fill. I'm going to select my first color. Let's go with the purple. I'm going to zoom in so I can see it a little bit better. And I'm going to click, and then I get a purple color. So everywhere else where I want purple, where that paint is spilled. And I might have to zoom in a lot so I can see. I don't want to click on the line because that'll give me a black outline. I don't want to do that by accident. You can do it intentionally, but not by accident. I'm going to do Command Z to undo that. I'm going to click in all here. And anytime you get to a space where maybe, like, let's do a test. Even though this has a little gap, it looks like I can fill it in. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. So this actually I could fill. I'm not going to make it purple though. But all you're going to do is keep picking your color, clicking a color, coming over here. Let's do some kind of light gray. Zoom in. Make your color. If you have any kind of tiny shape like this, you would do every little one. And this is what you're going to do. Just play around with your design. See if you can color it in. See if you can also maybe do any copy paste. So actually, no, for now we'll just do this. Just make sure that your image can actually get translated into Adobe, that you can fill it in. You can see if something's really tiny, like this shape right here is maybe too small. There won't be, oh, and this actually wasn't, this is not closed off. So if I click in here, the whole page now is gray. So you'll want to just note those kind of things. For your real Adobe work, you don't want that to happen. This is just a practice one. You don't have to redo it, but it's just good to get a sense of how Adobe will translate your drawing and then what you have to work with. What I want you to do is fill in every color that you can. So practice picking a color, and then pick one. Let's do, you can do this. Fill that in. Remember, you have, for your colors, you have your hues on the right, your tints on the left, your tones in the middle, and your shades on the bottom right. So you want to have a variety of them. Try and fill in as much as you can. And that's really it. That's what you're going to do for the little while. And then, oh, sorry, if you also accidentally click off of this, like if I deselect things by clicking everything off, the way to get back into it is I hit select. And now I did that with my black arrow. I hit K on my keyboard. Remember, this is two hands. Now I can like pick a color, move everything around, fill it all in. And that's what you're going to do.